Welcome. This is a new moon in Sagittarius prediction. My name is Joseph Rabenna, so welcome back to another moon broadcast. This time it's a new moon in Sagittarius, which is on the 12th of December 2023. And in this live I'm going to explain what is going on astrologically and why have we been in such a shit show. What have we been doing recently? What is going on here that we have so many heavy energies actually going on? Because we've had some really bad hard aspects since the full moon in Gemini. Like really bad aspects. We've had the Sun square Saturn in Sagittarius. We've had Mercury in Sagittarius going into its shadow because we have a coming Mercury in retrograde just after this new moon. In Capricorn, conjunction Pholus, which is an asteroid which is about putting the lid on. It's like somebody tells you to shut up, basically. And then we have this moon again, conjunction Mars. We've had this for over a month. Since the Scorpio full moon, it's been ongoing. This whole dance between the Sun, Moon and Mars, it creates irritation. It creates motivation, drive. But not many people talk about the negative side of Mars, which is that something isn't really going the way you want it to. And it's forcing you to take some kind of action. So I'm going to pull up the chart and I'm going through this whole shit show that we've just come into now, and we're completing a cycle, basically. Yeah. We're completing this full moon in Gemini cycle. It's been 14 days, almost. Yeah, at the time of this recording it's been 12 days since the full moon in Gemini on the 27th. Now, we're moving into this mess. So here's the chart. It's going to be at 11:32 Universal Time. This new moon conjunction Sagittarius on the 12th. Of course, it depends where you are in the world. Like if you live in Australia, it could be a bit later, or it could be sooner in some other areas. I don't know. But for most of us, the majority of people, it will be on the 12th. So looking at this, we can see we are no longer in this Sun square Saturn. So we're no longer dealing with delays, restrictions, because Saturn is a showstopper. The show has been a shit show since the full moon in Gemini because the show has not even started. There has been no show, okay? So if you wanted to do something, a project, if you wanted to finish something, complete something, take some kind of action, you've been blocked. Collectively, you, me, everyone didn't have a good time, okay? I mean, unless you're rich, unless you're privileged or something, because, you know, this is collective reading. It's not specific for everyone. So unless you have some kind of wonderful aspects in your chart conjuncting any of this, what we have now, it will be a shit show for the majority of you. Because Sun square Saturn is one of the worst 2-week transits that exist in astrology. And now we're moving from that square into another square. We're moving into a Sun square Neptune. And of course, because this is a new moon, the moon will also be square Neptune at the time of this. So what's that about? Well, Neptune is about illusion, confusion. Like you are not getting the knowledge, Sagittarius, that you need. Pisces is creating a sense of fantasy, you know, like somebody being stuck in the head, thinking, oh, what could it be? What could it look like? Not being able to see things clearly. And something that makes us feel a little bit stupid is also this Mercury in shadow, which has been in detriment since the full moon in Gemini, and now is conjunction this little guy here. You can see. I'm going to... How can I mark this? Actually, is there a way to mark this? Because it's conjunction Pholus. And Pholus, like I said before, is about putting the lid on. It's about blocking our thinking. So you could be missing a detail where you are like, I should have known this. Or I shouldn't have said this. Or I should do this, or I should do that. I'm thinking about what should I do, what should I say? And then you just can't get it right. Yeah, Pholus is really not... it's like Mercury conjunction Saturn, okay? That's how you can think about it. So I'm actually going to flip this. Give me a second while I change the setting of this window. So I add a new window to this, if it's possible. You know, I'm using OBS to record this, and I'm trying to figure this out. How can I do this? I should have done this before the video. Well, I honestly don't know. Well, whatever. Well, it doesn't work, so forget about it. Anyways, you can see in the chart whether you have it on the right or the left. It's probably better to have it on the left. You can see if increases, it's a bit small, so you can see better. Pholus conjunction Mercury on this new moon, almost exactly, and it's going to be in Capricorn. So wherever you have issues in information not coming to you, not receiving it, not hearing what you need to hear, not saying what you need to say, it's going to be in your business. It could have to do with a government, could be a contract, could be your job. So watch out. Also for what you say in your job, because it could create a cascade effect, okay? Because Pholus is also called, no, this is not really good. Pholus is also called the butterfly effect. And the butterfly effect, it's called also because, that's what I made up, because I'm the asteroid expert and nobody knows what anything means with these asteroids. Well, I'm telling you that you could say something that you're going to regret so much, it could literally, in the worst case, cost you your job. Like it could cost you your contract. So it's really best to not say much, not say anything really, honestly. With Pholus, that's generally what you want to do. Maybe you're feeling this already because it's already conjunction Pholus at the time of this recording. So you might have felt this recently, before this new moon even comes, that you want to see something clearly, but you're not seeing it. You want to say it, but you're not saying it because you lack information. Okay, let's just say it like that. And of course, let's make this smaller again because you can't see me otherwise. What other aspects do we have here? Let's talk about the Sun square Neptune again. Neptune, it creates a need to leave the world because it makes you feel inadequate. It makes you feel like you don't know what you're supposed to do. Am I supposed to be like the hanged man in tarot? Because it's Neptune. That's what Neptune always wants to do. Yeah, maybe you need to let go of something because you're losing control. Because, right, the sun, if the sun is in square with Neptune, the sun wants to take charge. So you want to take charge. You want to do it. You want to do that thing that you really want to accomplish. But Neptune is saying, no, 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 no. You need to let go. You need to wait. As if we haven't been waiting since the Sun square Saturn Gemini full moon. Like we've been waiting for 2 weeks. So it doesn't look like anything's going to change in that area. Sorry to say. However, there is a Sun trine with the North Node. So whatever you're doing now, whatever project you're on, whatever goal you're working on, is going to help you to become more independent. Right? I mean, Sagittarius, making a trine with Aries. Of course, we have for the month of December this trine. That whatever we're trying to accomplish in this month of December is going to have long-lasting repercussions, which are positive for our independence. So whatever you're finishing now, towards the end of the holidays, is going to allow you to have long-term fulfillment and not relying on anybody, not needing anybody. And this is particularly interesting considering this North Node is in this universal time chart that I chose for London. In case anybody is in London, anybody living in England. For those who are living in England, indeed this new moon will be in the 4th house of home. Yeah, so there could be changes in the home. And the North Node is in the 8th house, which means letting go of whatever you have been doing rigidly. Whatever you've been holding on to for your stability, letting go of that, we're starting something new. Because, right, it's a new moon. So what we're starting here, I think for everybody, you know, not just people in England, is that we're going to do something new that's going to make us feel like we are a little bit in charge again. A little bit, you know, because there's the Sun square Neptune. So at least we have something positive going on. And we have also, we don't have many trines really. We don't have many trines at all. We have a Venus trining with Saturn. Okay. So maybe you heard other people talk about this Venus trine Saturn transit. But basically what it means for everyone is that as long as you keep your cool, as long as you are patient, disciplined, hardworking, you're gonna get something back. So now it's the time to cash in. This is like a favorable karma transit. You know, if anybody thinks, okay, what's favorable karma? Because it's Saturn, right? If it's on a trine with something like a beneficiary, Jupiter, Venus, then it's going to be about money, right? Or relationship. Like something. Somebody is giving me something back. For all the work I've been doing in this shit show, which has been the last 3 weeks, this whole last 3 months, this whole last 12 months, this whole last 2023 has been a complete disaster for Venus. A disaster. Not in terms of money necessarily, although some people could be going through a hard time right now, which is going to change, which is going to improve now. But this whole year is ruled by Venus. Because 2023, 2 + 2 + 3 is 7. The 7th sign is Libra. And this is the year in the Chinese of the rabbit. And rabbit is also Libra in tradition. So Venus being in retrograde in her own year for 3 months, because she only goes retrograde every 4 years. and being in her debilitated sign of Virgo, and then in Scorpio too, which she is now, in her own year, and then having a Venus square Pluto, and on top of it, she had the Venus conjunction South Node, which is like, you need to let go of that money, that relationship, that stability or whatever, that you hoped you invested into was right, but that whole investment into that person, that contract, was a complete sham. A sham, okay? So we're letting go of that too in the relationship year. And wait a second, I'm not done. Then we were just coming out of the North Node being in Taurus, as it just entered Aries in July, after half of the year was already done in the Gregorian sense. And North Node is malefic. North Node is we can't accomplish it because we don't have it in her Venus own ruled sign Taurus. And then we had this solar eclipse, this lunar eclipse in Taurus just 2 months ago. Just 2 months ago, before, just towards the end of the year, we just finished that whole debilitation around Venus. Which we didn't really finish, because then the whole hard aspect started, then Venus was in Virgo, then it got into Libra, and then we had a solar eclipse in Libra, and solar eclipse South Node is also about letting go of relationships, letting go of Venus ruled stuff. If I didn't know any better, Venus got fucking destroyed this year. Like, she got annihilated, okay? So especially the Venus ruled signs, Libra, Taurus. I'm sorry, but you didn't have a good time. I really don't think you had a good time at all, yeah. I mean, your ruler, ciao. Trauma bond. This whole year has been a trauma bond. A trauma bond of our finances, of our stability, our goals, our relationships. Everything's been toxic. Everything's been a double bind situation. A double bind situation is a situation in which no matter what you do, it's still gonna be bad. Even if you do everything correct. Because sometimes life happens. And let's be honest here. What's new? Big deal. Venus has been raped. Big deal. Venus didn't give us any other choice but to bide our time and just get through this year. Just trying to make the best out of a difficult situation. You know? Trying to become independent while having all our dependencies, all our support cut off from us. So we had to get a little bit creative here. Yeah? And that creativity, that there's nothing really to support it. There are no planets in Leo right now. Neptune and Saturn are in Pisces, so that creativity is kind of blocked. I mean, Neptune just recently went direct. Neptune has also been retrograde this whole year. Most planets have been retrograde. Jupiter is going to go direct next month, and only when this December is finished and the Gregorian calendar New Year starts, which is of course fake New Year, but nonetheless, only then does this shit show really end. Okay? And then we can talk about some other aspects next month, because there's a coming North Node conjunction Chiron in January, and I don't really want to get into that because all I'm saying, you better look at your health now. You better look at, are you able to do what you want in your life? How is your life structured? Are you just forcing yourself to do things you don't really want to do? Or do you feel like you're aligned? Because that's something this recent full moon, this recent 2 weeks have tried to show us in Gemini. Because that's the Lover's card in Tarot. And that is the combination of mind and body. And if that mind and body are out of balance, which is going to be the case for many, many people, most people, coming January, they're going to have a rough awakening. Because whatever health problem they have will exaggerate. And then they really need to go to the doctor, which is why Chiron is going to come in. So I'm just saying, Chiron isn't far away from the node in Aries, because Chiron is 15 degrees. North of this 23 degrees. It's only 8 degrees away. So prepare. And if you don't know, Mars is the ruler of the North Node. And Mars is very, very active right now. Very active. Because this Mars has been active since the full moon in Scorpio. As the full moon culminated, the strongest position for a complete resurrection, because it was a Mars Cazimi, which is a 2.2 year transit, which marks a complete new cycle, which catapults us into a new problem. And in Scorpio, the problem is how to feel power. The power to fulfill your goals, your drives, to fulfill your darkest, deepest ambition. And that's going to be something difficult. In some ways, considering the North Node rules that, it's an Aries, we have so many things working against us collectively right now. Because they're teaching us how to look deeper. And of course, that's what Scorpio is about, right? And now Venus is there. Towards the end of December, to end her Gregorian calendar year, which has been a terrible year. Before we move into 2024, we just had enough. You know, Venus and Scorpio had enough of the superficiality, had enough of rating around, you know. Venus and Libra can wait for the ideal partner, can wait for things to get better. Here, we're not going to wait. We want it now. Why can't we have it? Why can't just everything fall into place? What are we waiting for? What is it? What is this lesson? And then we have Venus relation Pallas, which is the Princess of Swords in Tarot. And this princess, she's very defensive. She's very heavily armored. She's like, I need to watch out for my finances, for my relationship. I need to protect myself. I can't trust anybody. Don't trust. Don't trust. Doubt. And the doubt is still in our minds, because it has been a theme this year, hasn't it? Doubting that things can get better. Because Jupiter has been in retrograde in Taurus. And that is really connected to this whole financial issues. I mean, that's why we had everything getting more expensive, right? Don't you think it has something to do with Venus being raped, the planet of money? Don't you think it has something to do with Jupiter in retrograde in Taurus? That life feels more expensive. And we need more income. So, at the same time, we are burnt out. Because Pluto has been in a square with the nodes. This whole Martian energy that is normally supposed to pick us up. When Venus has a problem, the divine feminine, when the divine feminine is down, we need the divine masculine, the action principle, to get us back up. But that's been having a hard time too. Because Pluto says, well, if you really want to get into your divine masculine, Aries North Node, yeah, it's still going on, the square. I mean, when is that shit show going to end? If you really want to get into that divine masculine, then you're gonna have to change. Change something which you're not used to. Like you've been doing something here for years. Maybe your whole life you've been doing things this way. And what is this way? Well, I'm looking at Libra, but South Node that we're leaving behind. What is the problem of Libra? The problem of Libra is that our decisions aren't based on what we want. They're based on what's ideal. It's fear-based. Yeah. And Pluto wants to get us out of that fear-based decision-making. Because fear is the emotion of the kidneys in Chinese medicine. Fear is connected to kidney problems. Libra rules the kidneys. So there's that connection. And when we are afraid, in nature, like when you run from an animal, you get adrenalized. Like even if you are around unsafe people, you get adrenalized. Adrenaline is excreted by the adrenal gland, which sits right on top of this Venus-ruled organ, the kidneys. And guess who rules the adrenal glands? Who supports and controls the kidneys? Mars. Aries. So Aries is in charge of Libra. Because first comes Aries and then comes Libra. And Libra says, okay, I'm going to support your divine masculine so you can do your job, so you don't get into trouble, so you don't do any wrong decisions. I support you. I clean you. I stop you. whatever. But that square, we have to listen to that adrenaline. We've been running away from that adrenaline. We need to listen to that fire that wants to take action. That fire that wants to get us out of survival mode. Because that's really what we're dealing with here, isn't it? Dealing with survival mode. Like, how long are we going to be in survival mode? Like, collectively. Like, with financial issues, feeling unsupported. Yeah, and then this also divine feminine archetype of Ceres has been conjunction with Kazimi in Mars. And it's also going to be conjunction Mars in this new moon. Yeah, it's only 5 degrees away. Ceres, if you don't know, that is the goddess of agriculture, health and food. And she is about excessive attachment function. It's about the protective mechanism of a mother to her child. I keep a child, I protect it, I keep it, it's my child. I will feed it, I will give it everything so it can grow. So it can prosper. And then we have Demeter, also conjunction that. It's also being conjunction the Sun. For the past 2 weeks, since the full moon in Gemini, Demeter has been conjunction the Sun. And Demeter is Ceres' other version. And that is really about the Empress and Tower. Like, how can I be this divine feminine money figure? How can I be the stability that I've been looking for this whole year? Because Venus has been down. So I try to get it back up again. You know, when you beat somebody like a donkey with a stick and you beat him again and again and again and again and again. Eventually that donkey, you can feed it, you can nurture it. But how long does it take to get the donkey back up after it's been beaten, after it's been traumatized? It's gonna take a while, isn't it? The donkey is not going to believe you that it's safe just because you give it tea time and carrots for one day. It's gonna take time to nurture him back to trust, to faith. That's going to happen when Jupiter goes direct in January. Not now. Not when. It should be now. No, but when you want it to be now. When you want to have faith. When you want to trust. For most of us, it's going to be difficult now. Because that Sun has been square Saturn, now square Neptune. Now we could move from malignant pessimism, we could move into malignant optimism. But we've been being played around. We've been like pendulating, ping pong, like a monkey in a zoo. You know, like when you play around with a monkey and you say, "Oh, go here and then go there and then go here." This is exhausting. This is some kind of a joke or what? So you're not falling for this anymore. You know we've played this game lots of times. You're just taking it slow now. You're just looking at it with... I put off the rose-colored glasses. I'm not even gonna look at it in any way. I'm not even going to judge. If I have any expectations right now, no, I'm not falling for it. Remember, don't fall for it. That's really the theme. I'm sorry to say, for the Sagittarius month of December, don't fall for it. Don't trust it. It's not how it seems. No, 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 no. When the Sun is in Sagittarius, it wants to be optimistic. Like, where's the faith? Like, what kind of month of Sagittarius is this? This is not your classic month of Sagittarius. Sagittarius is the sign of celebration, indulgence, having fun. You know, Christmas? It's a freaking celebration, isn't it? And there's no celebration now. There's just uncertainty. Uncertainty. And since we've just come out of a rut, we're just picking ourselves back up again a little bit. The Neptune went direct. We're trying to look a little bit more optimistic, but are we really ready for that optimism? Are we really ready to look at things more positive? Because right now, we haven't seen any evidence of that yet. But it's coming. Trust me, it's coming, because this is really the end of a cycle. It's finishing up now. So what is this next cycle going to be? From a shit show to what? When is this new cycle going to begin? When are we going to have a time of relief? A time of peace? And not now. Certainly not now, because if Sun, Moon, conjunction Mars, follows conjunction Mercury, Mercury goes into retrograde, Pluto square nodes, Chiron is coming on the node, Venus is saying, no, 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 I don't want to trust anything right now, I'm not stable, no, 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 I don't trust it, no, 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 no. Four of Pentacles in Tarot. Where's the silver lining here? Silver lining is to ask yourself, how can you use this? Because Sagittarius is like the Chariot in Tarot. I know Chariot is Cancer. I don't care that it's Cancer. Yeah, I'm looking at energy. I'm not looking at what's the traditional meaning. I don't give a shit. I look at the energy of the card. This is a Chariot. Okay. And who's running the Chariot? Who's really in charge? Who's really deciding where you're going? Are you going towards something better? Are you going anywhere? Or are you just standing still? Like, what are you doing? What's your project? What's your vision? That's the new moon in Sagittarius. That's the new cycle. Your vision for the future. And the future better be bright as hell moving forward. Because if your vision of the future isn't bright, like you got ego inflation, like a narcissist, basically, grandiosity is a Jupiter shadow. If you're not grandiose about your future right now, what do you have left? What is going to run the Chariot? If you don't believe that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. So what's that look like? How do you get to the light? What's your plan? So that plan is the Sagittarius new moon. That is your portal, that's your gateway. To start the first step. The first step doesn't have to be physical action. Vision is enough. Just knowing where you're going. You're already half there. Yeah, I say half because I try to be a little bit realistic. Yeah, I know it's gonna take a while. We're not in New Age here. Yeah, like, oh, just believe you're ready. You're already. No, we're not doing that shit. We've been falling for it left, right, and center. And how is it working for us? To be positive all the time? What's going to happen then? Somebody is going to show you what reality really looks like. And that's what we've seen with the Sun square Saturn. We know reality is not always on our side. Unless we are on reality's side. Because guess who's in charge of this realm? Saturn. Not Jupiter. Sagittarius. Don't be so grandiose that you believe that your malignant optimism is going to change reality. It won't. But it can be a start. It can be a start. To be thinking about that dream that you have. Right now is the time, right? We've had that Neptune going direct. But wait a second. Wait. Sun is still square Neptune. So how are we going to make that vision come true? Because right now, it doesn't look like anything's happening. So maybe you need to reassess. Maybe you need something new for this new moon. If you've been doing something and you've already had a vision, I think now we're being shown how that vision is no longer working. So we need something new. That's really the purpose of the square, I believe, between Sagittarius and Pisces, between dream, fantasy, and physical action. How can the adventure and the fantasy work together? You need to embody. You need to feel. And you need to act on that fantasy. But you need to do it now. For this new moon. That archetype, that goddess, whoever you're looking to embody, whoever is you, what do you identify as, right? When the moon touches the sun, there's a symbolic meaning here. Means the moon, our intuition, is working together with our self-image, with our identity. So what do you feel you want to become? It must be a feeling. It can't just be in the head. Right? That's what Neptune and Moon, that's what makes them work together. That's the only language we understand, is a feeling. Something vague, something I don't know, I can't touch it, but I know that's me. And Sagittarius, the square is saying, I don't believe that feeling, that's not me. No, I can't possibly be that. No. But I'm telling you, you can. Remember, square with Neptune is about illusion. If you believe that you can't be this thing, you know, thanks to astrology, we have the facts, but this is wrong. You know, this is scientific, really. Scientifically proven that if you doubt yourself right now, it's not real. Give me a second. I need to do something really quick. Because my pot is overflowing. Yeah. That's something that can happen with Sagittarius as well, by the way. That we're overflowing with ideas. But where's the action? Where's the action now? Of course, new moon, Sagittarius in conjunction with that Mars. You want to take that action now. But don't be too quick. Don't be impatient. It's a shadow of Sagittarius. I don't have any patience. I'm just going to, as long as I keep moving, I will get there, right? As long as I keep on the chariot. But if you just keep moving and you don't have a sense of direction, yeah, bro, if you're the chariot and you're like, doof, doof, I'm on the horse, I'm like going this way. Well, what way are you going? Do you even see what's happening around you? Like, what's your sense of direction? Because this is redirection. This square of Neptune, this new moon. Because Mars says, wait a second. Let me take impulsive charge. Let me just do something. Let me just do. You're just going to burn yourself out. You're not going to accomplish anything long term. Right? That's also the weakness of Mars. In Sagittarius, there's no long-term stability. You need some self-control. That Sun square Saturn, oh, he tried to show us how to have self-control. Really? It doesn't feel good, does it? Doesn't feel good to control yourself. Doesn't feel good to say, oh, stop a second, let me not take any action now, let me wait and think, where am I actually going? But it doesn't take long. Come on. You know, it's so funny how the Sagittarius thinking works. I mean, we have all these planets in Sagittarius, right? It's basically a stellium, Mars, Ceres, Sun, Moon. And we're thinking, it's too negative to not take action. Like, it's too negative to think we're not going to be able to make it if we just keep going. It's a kind of malignant optimism that I really don't like about Sagittarius. You don't want that right now. You want to take a step back, look where you're going, change your target. So maybe I should make a little horoscope for the signs. So if you have Aries rising, you have a new moon in your 9th house. Yeah? If you're Aries rising, you have the 9th house of travel, of education. So maybe you're learning something new, but you're kind of impatient to learn it, so you might miss on some details, and this Mercury conjunction Pholus is not making it easy to see exactly what you're learning. This is not really an easy time to start, but yeah. To be honest with you, Forget about it, the horoscopes, I'm not doing that. Oh my god, I'm just noticing when I do this, I feel like a robot. How are people doing this? How do they do horoscopes videos for new moons and full moons? It's so boring. What are you doing, people? What the hell? Oh, let me go through all the 12 signs, blah 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 blah. It's going to be in your first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth house. Bro, if you're watching astrology videos, you should know what it means when that moon is in your blah blah house. I don't need to tell you this. This is not like... It's so boring. Like, they do this for clicks. Oh, click at my video. I'm going to give you specifics for you, for your sign. It's just a money scam. Yeah? These are like heavy Capricorn placements, heavy Libra placements who do this. And I am a Libra moon. And I got Saturn on my midheaven. Like for me, it's all about, yeah, get me some views, get me some followers. But bro, I ain't selling my soul for that shit. Yeah. So if you're watching my channel and you want horoscopes, you can watch one of the 100,000 people who do these horoscope videos who don't have anything else to do. What are you doing? Oh, I'm doing what I love. I love doing horoscope videos every single month, 2 times a month. Giving 2 to 5 minutes on a sign, saying something really mundane and super like obvious that you can read yourself. Yeah, right. As if we're actually enjoying this. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I might change my mind at some point. I don't know. I am unpredictable, even to myself, because I have Lilith conjunction Sun. So you never know what I'm gonna do next. I don't even know. But I'm not doing that. Anyways, rant over. What else can I say about this chat? Is there something positive here? Look. I mean, you can see these trines, right, in the box. Like, I'm not having rose-colored glasses. There are actually trines here. I don't know. So Uranus trine Pluto. Who gives a shit? Like, honestly, who cares about outer planets having trines with outer planets? Really, doesn't mean anything. Or you know, this is astrology 101. Let me tell you, if you see a trine or a sextile between an outer planet with another outer planet, knock yourself out. Don't even try to read it. This is a really pointless exercise. Sun, Moon, Mars, Venus, that's it. Jupiter, Saturn, okay. But Neptune with Uranus, Uranus with Pluto, bro, you're delusional if you try to read something into that. Straight up delusional. Okay, because literally it takes years for that MF trine to actually have any effect. It's right, because we never include what if you have this planet in that house. That's right. If you do a horoscope, I don't know what planets you have in that house, unless I look at your chart and you pay me up for a little reading. I don't know anything really. So these videos are really pointless. And so asteroids with asteroids, also irrelevant. There's not much else to say really. I know it's not really what you want to hear, but the December is like, what is bleak? No, it's not that bleak, because remember, vision. Have a vision. Things are gonna get better, but we're gonna take a while, you know. It's not immediately going to happen. But wait until the end of the month. I mean, don't wait, obviously. Focus on your vision. Work towards it. It will happen. Yeah. Because it's like a spell. It's like magic. If you start something new on a new moon, and whatever you start is about that thing that the new moon represents, which is vision, Sagittarius, then the magic works. That's it. It's like basic physics, okay? It's so easy. So, have fun. And if I need to give you a tip, don't be impulsive. Don't waste your time just doing things, just to be active. It's not going to get anywhere. Work smart. Don't work hard. Really. Invest appropriately, then you cash in. If you're only going to work hard, not only are you not going to cash in, and you're going to be even more frustrated because it's not working, but you're also going to burn yourself out. And then you have no energy left to be creative, which is exactly what I said in the beginning of the video. That's what you need right now. That's what everybody needs. With Saturn and Pisces, it just went direct. Bro, it's just in 1 degree. 1 degree, bro. Saturn rules your career. Yeah? Career. Pisces. Creativity. Imagination. How can you have imagination if Sagittarius is so freaking busy going this way, going that way? That's why it's a square. Why do you think Pisces and Sagittarius have a square with each other? Because of this. There's no imagination if you are focusing externally the whole time. Oh, what's the next result? Oh, what do I do next? Oh, just keep going. And then you're not going anywhere. Like, where are you going? Stop it. Go inwards. Right, Pisces? Meditate. Yeah, meditate. I mean, I'm not New Age, but make some poetry. Watch a movie. Settle down. Take a tea. Make some juice. Do some ritual. Go to a ceremony. Take a break. That's what Saturn and Neptune is going to reward until it's over. Until they're out of that sign. They're not going to reward. Oh, Sagittarius, I'm a chariot. I'm going to celebrate. When? When you're done? When are you going to be done if you just... There's no done for Sagittarius. That's a problem. They don't know when to stop. So, be smart. Stop. Now. And isn't that a beautiful message? Isn't that positive? For Sagittarius month? That you don't need to keep going. It's not even going to work. Maybe it's time to study. It's time to learn something about yourself. Something new. It's time to expand your mind. Sagittarius was never about the body. That's a lower expression. Are you kidding me? Do you know some Sagittarians in your life? Bro, all the Sagittarius risings that I know of, they're just physically, they're emotionally unavailable. They're gone. They're just physically going, traveling all the time, doing this, doing that, doing drugs or whatever. They can't sit still, they're restless. What are they doing? That's not Sagittarius, that's not what it is about. It's about going within. It's about the inner journey. Because that's the longest one. Doesn't matter how long you're going to go from place to place, doing things physically. If you're not going inwards, you miss the point. Straight up. Straight up miss the point, miss the mark. Oh, how are you going to get to your target? If you're just distracted all the time, busying yourself, working, being active, adventuring, bro, you need to come back to the center. If you want to grow big, if you want to expand, well, you need to look at this. This is where the energy comes from. It doesn't come from going somewhere. That takes energy. And of course, because it takes energy to constantly be on the move, no wonder Sagittarians, sometimes, some of them, get restless. Because they don't want to sit still. They don't want to charge up, to rest, to regenerate. Hello, Scorpio. That's a previous sign, right? So Sagittarius is supposed to be the evolution of Scorpio. Supposed to be the best sign next that is going to improve Scorpio's mistakes. But did you learn from Scorpio? Are you still regenerating? Because most Sagittarians that I know of don't do that. Oh, I'm going to go to that adventure. When I regenerate in that monastery. Really? How many monasteries you gonna visit? It's like an addiction. What are you addicted to? But Sagittarius Gemini axis, in case you didn't note it, in case you didn't, nobody taught you this, but that's the most addictive axis in astrology. Bro, most of the addicts that I know of, heavy Sagittarius or Gemini. Every single time. All the time. Why? Because they don't want to face themselves. They just want to do stuff to bring peace to their mind, is to act on their mind. Higher mind, lower mind, but still mind. Act on the mind. Because it's masculine, this axis, right? And where does it get you? If all you do is act, but you don't actually, you don't feel. And how are you going to make decisions that are smart if your intuition is not involved? If your feelings have no place here? Your feelings need to inform you what you're going to do next. Saturn and Pisces. Saturn says here in a square, Sagittarius, are your feelings informing you? Do you even know this? Did you pay attention to the signs, the symbols? Or are you just, oh, I'm the chariot, I'm going, I don't care about the signs? Did you pay attention? Oh, that off feeling that you got in your stomach when you decided to go to that monastery. Did you listen? No, you were so busy trying to escape your mind. You wouldn't let anybody stop you, right? You wouldn't let those pesky little signs, those pesky little emotions stop you, right? You wouldn't. No. Because the mind is in charge, right? Bro, I got major placements there too. I got Mercury in Gemini, Jupiter in Sag. Bro, I got the ruling signs in their own sign. And I'm not doing that. I'm not going anywhere. Yeah. And thank God I'm not. I'm sitting right here. I know what I need to do. I am solidifying my position. Yeah, sort of. But since this month started in Sagittarius, I've been, bro. You know what I did when this month started in Sagittarius? I started to do 2 videos a day. 2 videos a day. I'm doing what? I don't even know what I'm doing. When I started doing the video, I don't have a clue what I'm going to do. But I just start talking and just do something. Now imagine if you are like that. Are you really gonna get the results? Oh, at least I'm doing something. But how is the quality of that? You know, I just took a break. I just realized this before I made this video. Yeah, just last 3 days I've been contemplating this, like, damn. I've been working my ass off. How has it been working for me? Actually, it hasn't been working that badly, but how do I feel? Am I happy with this? Where's my creativity? I haven't been making many posts lately on Facebook either, because I feel like there is no creativity. I'm so absorbed in acting all the time, chariot. My mind is blank. It's like Airhead. That's nothing. Since the full moon in Gemini. So that's me, Cancerian, you know, taking on the energy of the moon. I can change just like that. I can switch. I'm a 12th houser. I switch straight into the energy of whatever month we're in. I have no choice. And that's why I'm an astrologer, because I align perfectly with those energies. I just go in deep into these energies, and I'm like, what shit show am I being pulled into again? What the hell am I doing? Why am I just... I'm not doing this, it's not me. It's nothing to do with me. Why is this astrology pulling me into that? I don't even need to know the transits. I could not look at a chart for a month, and I will still do one-to-one perfectly what the astrology says. Because I'm not working with the astrology alone. I'm not just working mentally, emotionally, biologically. My body has been designed to channel this whatever the fuck is going on here. And then I'm like, wait a second, let me get out of this. I don't want to do this. I don't want anybody to be in charge of my body. I'm not your slave. I'm not like the hanged man in tarot. How do I get out of this? That's why I do astrology. So I can understand, aha, that's why I've been doing this. That's why I've been burning myself out. That's why I've been obsessed with being active. This Mars conjunction Sun, aha. This Sun square Saturn, that's why I've been so fearful. Watching my every move, being like, oh, what's going to happen next? That's why Mercury conjunction Pholus, that's why I'm so scared of what message I'm going to receive. Yeah, because I'm waiting for something and I'm like, I don't know what we're going to do. And now I can see it clearly, you know. The astrology has been telling me all along. This is happening. So now I'm like, okay. So now I know the shit show. Now is no problem. I'm gonna step out of it right now. I'm not gonna fall for the Sagittarius axis. This, you know, this is what it is. This is a sign of access. Sorry, the word is excess. I'm not a native English speaker. Excess. Yeah, I've been working excessively. Working, why? Because it's in my 6th house. 6th house of work. And that's why I've been doing 2 videos a day. I don't want to do this. I want to be creative. I want to do poetry. I want to tell people what I'm feeling. But I've been so busy doing things, I've had no time to feel anything. The moment I feel something, my brain is like, no. Let me just take some action to act, to do something about it. Quickly, do something. It's a mental illness, bro. It's not healthy. But that's Sagittarius shadow in a nutshell. So thanks to the astrology, I'm actually learning about people. I'm finally starting to understand if you have major Sagittarius placements in your chart. That's how you think. You think that the moment you feel something uncomfortable, you're supposed to take action. Like that's what it's all about. Go deeper. And there's more to this than just going somewhere, doing something. It's very superficial, isn't it? It's kind of delusional, if you ask me. Delusional. Hmm? It's unrooted, it's disembodied. Disembodiment is a good, great word for Sagittarius. Also Pisces. But Pisces, at least, they're kind of addicted to their feelings, you know. At least they don't try to do. They just are. And that's why we make a square with Sagittarius, because Sagittarius needs to be something, not just do something. We got it all wrong. No, identity. Supposed to be strong. Your sense of self is supposed to be strong when the Sun is in Sagittarius. But all that's really strong is your ego. And your belief that just by taking action it's all going to go away. And guess what? It's catching up to you. So now is the time to turn the chariot around. Wait a second. That swings that I see here, that white swings, that black swings. Bro, are these actually my swings, sis? Did I buy these pets, or did some motherfucker just steal those swings from another chariot and just put it on mine? Something to think about. Alright, so that's basically it, yeah? I'm finishing this up, wrapping it up, bro, for the new moon in Sagittarius. Now, if you enjoyed this video and you found it useful, leave me a like and subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. It doesn't hurt to support me. And if you're interested in the reading, I'm open 24/7 for requests on Facebook Messenger. You can reach out, or or under my email. I will leave it in the description down below on my YouTube video. And thanks for watching. See you in the next video.